Hello, this is Namjo with Namjo Gaming. Um, we're gonna go over another video, basically updating my Claw Ranger from Beyond / Rampage League. Well, mainly Beyond. So I'm gonna get that up here and get that updated, and then should be good to go. So let's switch the scene. Alright. So this was the Dagger Ranger. Let's get the Claw Ranger up. It actually looks very similar to the Claw Ranger, or the Dagger Ranger, sorry. And the reason behind that is they kind of nerfed, like the old tree had us coming through up here, going through the Scion Life Wheel, coming over here. And then this right here had really strong armor nodes on shields. And then coming up here, there was crit chance here, crit chance here, crit chance here. And through here you could get 310% crit chance. Well, they removed a lot of that crit chance, and now you can only get, when you add all this together, it ends up only being like 135% crit chance and 25% crit multiplier. That's a lot less. I mean, I think the multiplier is about the same as it was, but the chance they reduced by a crap ton. So it's not even worth coming over here anymore. And you can't get the armor and block nodes here. Like, basically, coming over here, especially if you're already all the way over here, is just not even viable. So, and because of that change, you can't use increased area effect, really. You kind of have to switch your gems to power charge and critical hit, and then power charge and critical hit will proc power charges, and then you're probably going to have to pick up Lyra too. So you'll still end up having about the same amount crit chance once your power charges are all up, but without the power charges you're probably going to have less crit. We do end up picking up fencing, sorry. I feel like this node's a lot better since the new changes, just because, like, coming 1 point down here is 10 dex, and then you get 36% fizz and 25 crit strike chance. But if you just spend 4 points here instead, you get a little bit of attack speed, a little accuracy, 40% crit strike chance, and then 24% fizz. So you get 12% less physical, but you get 15% extra crit chance, 12% accuracy, and 3% attack speed on top of the 24% fizz. So I feel like this is more value than going one down just for the dex and then 3 points here. But if you're not really worried about accuracy or attack speed, then maybe coming down here is still worth it for you. Otherwise, pretty generic start again. Kind of like how I had the other character as a ranger. And then still getting herbalism. Herbalism got nerfed a little bit. Well, not herbalism, but this ring right here. These life nodes don't give you nearly as much health anymore, which it is what it is. I still grab these. These are still very strong. These claw nodes never really got touched. Assassination, I think it lost 5% multiplier, which I guess isn't really that big of a deal. Claws of the Falcon didn't get touched. It's still a very strong node. Still gives you a 60% crit chance. Throat Seeker got nerfed, and so did the nodes leading up to it. It might still be worth grabbing, like I grabbed on here, but I guess instead you could unspec from it and just spec for more fizz damage down here if you really wanted to. Or, you know, you can figure out what you want to do with those points. I just grabbed them because I'm coming over here for the power charge anyways, so it's really not too shabby to grab it real quick. Yeah, so that's why I still end up grabbing them, because we're passing this direction anyways. But at least we get mana life nodes now, which kind of helps. for our mana leech, making it more effective. And then this is also not too bad too, getting a little bit of all resist from a health node. I mean, we're not really by any other health besides Revenge of the Hunted, but you still have to spend a little points to get to that. So I mean, because we're spending 1 point to get to the power charge, and then it's just 1 extra point for this health. And it's 3 points for 20% health, whereas we would have to spend 2 points to get here, and then it'd be 3 points for 12% health. So you'd get 12% fizz damage and some evasion too, but I don't know. This node looks like it could be a little bit more appealing too. I mean, I guess you could walk into here and grab some of this stuff too, if you went Revenge of the Hunted. If you did that, I'd probably change the tree around a little bit more too. I don't think it's worth it personally. I wouldn't really mess with any of this stuff. And actually we go this way instead of this way, and it doesn't really give you like any crit chance really, so it's just accuracy, attack speed. I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't like this ring. I mean, yeah, it's 40% accuracy, but I don't know if you'll need all that accuracy. I'd rather just get the accuracy here with that perception, grabbing some extra crit chance that we're actually missing from the tree. So on here we end up getting about 280% crit strike chance plus another 40, so that's 320% crit strike chance. And then with power charges we'd go up to 300, so 620 crit strike chance. Your claw eventually would want 8% crit chance on your claw, and then you'd have a 7 multiplier. Yeah, a 7 multiplier, 7.2 multiplier. So it'd be like 56 to 60% chance to crit, which with the claw, that isn't too bad. It's harder to get Valpact on this build now, but from my experience, I didn't really like Valpact. I mean, I know some people who really like Valpact. I personally dislike Valpact because your leech was worse when you were fighting one enemy over multiple. But you know, when you're fighting multiple, Valpact was better and better for reflect. But I think, I don't know, I didn't really run into problems with reflect much anyways. I think you would only really run into reflect problems if you had like an absurd amount of crit damage, and it's not really even that plausible to get nearly as much crit damage as you used to be able to get. We get 300% defense from shields and 11% extra block chance, which is actually pretty much the same as the last tree, except all base shields got nerfed a little bit too. So you'll have pretty much almost the same amount of block. You'll be like 39% block instead of 42% block. It is what it is. But you'll still have a lot of armor from your shield. So I mean, at least now you don't have to travel all over the tree, and you can make up for losing some of that crit chance for flat physical damage, basically. So we get 52% accuracy on the tree, plus another 12% accuracy with one-handed weapons, and another 25% accuracy with claws. And then we also can still steal charges, which is really good. It reduces the effectiveness of a lot of monsters and making them less powerful and you more powerful. So like endurance charge monster is going to be less tanky. Power charges, you don't have to worry about being crit as much. Yada yada yada. We actually end up getting more damage on this tree than we do on my dagger tree as far as just percent physical. And since we're melee, we still get some melee damage from our strength. And we also get a big chunk of attack speed, so you get 25% attack speed from claws, another 20% attack speed. The only thing I could argue for too, just like kind of was saying for the other tree is you could try to get this claw wheel instead of going for that power charge, and then maybe even just trying to get in here for Master of the Arena, increasing your range, Art of the Gladiator, giving you attack speed, accuracy, and ignoring movement speed penalties, which is actually pretty good. And then Bravery. And then not only that, we could get some more block nodes too. So I could actually even see coming down in here instead of going over to the Witch Tree, but we would end up sacrificing some crit chance, crit damage. So, I don't know, we could see how it looks really quick. We go down to 89 points. Grab this stuff. That's defense with shields. Come out through here, grabbing Golem's blood. Coming down into here, grabbing Testudo. Retaliation, and then trying to get here. Yeah, see, we don't have enough points for all of that. I mean, I guess you could try to get rid of this, but I kind of like that too. Not sure. It'd be definitely something to mess around with, toy with the idea of trying other things, because you could get 430% defense from shields, which would be really good. I'm just not sure how sold I am on it. Like, we maybe have to get rid of basically to have less crit chance, crit damage. And I don't know, once you get to a certain point with armor, it's kind of like whatever, but you do have 9% extra block chance if you go this route. But again, I just don't know how you're gonna do all this. This is a little bit more plausible, like trying to find 4 points to get rid of is more plausible this way around, but you're gonna only end up having 5 power charges and less crit chance, which I guess isn't terrible, and you would have a lot more armor. So I mean, I guess it's really on you at that point if you feel like it's worth it. I'm also having trouble finding more places to get rid of points, so. But yeah, so this is one idea, sort of, and then you could just go with the one I had before, which is this one. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I updated both the videos really quick and took a little bit of time, but hey, at least they're updated. So thank you for watching this, and take it easy.